And welcome back, everyone. We are pleased to have Maine Senator Susan Collins guesting on the Morning Edition this morning. Senator Collins, thank you so much for being here.
It's a great pleasure. What a wonderful show.
We appreciate it so much. While you're here in the county, first of all, welcome home. You're doing a lot of things. What are you doing on your tour here?
Well, yesterday I toured a hops farm that is growing hops for the craft brewing businesses in our state. This is a wonderful collaboration between our farmers and our craft brewers who are trying to source all of their ingredients right here in state. That industry, if you call it that, yes, has really grown. It now employs more than 1,400 people in our state. I'm also going to be visiting a plant in Easton today, having some meetings, and also tonight I'm going to be enjoying Thursday on Sweden Street.
Now, back in D.C., you've been, the past 6 months, you've been really busy. Talk about this push as far as getting more funding for Alzheimer's research and education.
Alzheimer's is now our nation's most costly disease, and it's the only one of the top 10 diseases that are terminal for which we have neither a means of prevention, a cure, or really effective treatments. So I put together a coalition as head of the Alzheimer's Task Force, and we've been successful in the Senate in securing a 60% increase in research. That would bring us up to about $950 million. The experts say that we should be spending $2 billion a year to really get the breakthroughs, but this is an important step.
Now, your colleague, Independent Maine Senator Angus King and George Mitchell will be holding a forum in a few weeks talking about the Iran nuclear deal and trying to get, I guess, more public input on that. Do you mind me asking you, what's your input about where this whole thing is going? What's your take on that?
I've been meeting with experts on both sides of this very complex and important issue. I do expect when we get back in September, it's going to be the first issue taken up by the Senate, and that we will do a formal debate on the Senate floor. I'm concerned about several aspects of the agreement, such as the lack of a good inspection regime to make sure that the Iranians are not cheating on the agreement. That's absolutely essential. So that's one of the issues that I'm weighing in my decision making. I haven't reached a final decision. I'm still gathering a lot of information.
What's your support or I guess initiative right now in getting growing more business? Like you said, you visited the hops plant. Growing more businesses, specifically here in Northern Maine. We're always trying to grow new businesses here, increase jobs.
When I talk to employers, they tell me that one of the most helpful things that Washington could do would be to have more certainty in the tax code. That right now we have a small business expensing provision, a bonus depreciation provision that's on 1 year off the next, doesn't get extended. If those provisions were made permanent, and I've introduced a bipartisan bill to do just that, it would allow small businesses to plan, to grow, to hire more employees. Another important aspect that we could do is to make sure there's better coordination between the skills that are needed by the business community and our educational institutions to make sure they're better matched up. For example, the machinist program at Northern Maine Community College is a great example of a successful program.
I'm sure they appreciate that endorsement.
That I helped get some funding 4 years ago for the initial equipment, and they have a great placement record because there's a need for machinists all over the state.
Senator Collins, thank you so much for being here. So much more to talk about, which means you have to come back.
Thank you. It's great to see you.